Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Oxenfree. So, theoretically, the other two guys, the actual two males, are in the area we're in. They moved from the tower automatically, according to this map, so we can just then go to the Adler estate and steal the boat and go home. That got me thinking a little bit how there's a theme in this story about how is home really where Alex wants to go? She wants to go to college out of state. She wants to leave the city. There's been plenty of prompts here where I could have said I didn't like this city, I didn't like the island, I just wanted to leave. And while home by default does represent safety and a desired location to be for many people, storyline wise, we might be better off, and we might eventually realize in the story that we're better off going with these aliens, these ghosts, even though that is where the aliens and ghosts have claimed that we are going to.
I didn't know Maggie grew up in Maine.
Wherever the ghosts are going and belong. So I just walked over to the left and found an Adler letter without having to tune in. There is a similar statue of a soldier in Maine where I grew up. This is Maggie Adler. My memory of it is, I think, part of the reason why I said yes when the army recruited me out of the college despite my family's protestations. Anna, my closest friend from my childhood, was of course thrilled at the possibility of my escape. I anonymously started the petition in 1975 to have this one made after the daughter of canola crewman Francis Salter asked, I don't know why, a marker maybe for the hope I once had to help people. So it does seem like Maggie Adler is definitely the reason why a lot of these things exist on the island. Let's see if we can get another one of her another one of her hints. She's not at 140, is she? What is it? 140.1. Wow, yeah. Really high up there in the frequencies. And still a lot of red herring. See, it doesn't even seem like there is anything here. I could go back to the other place and try and find more notes, but I think we're gonna kind of get them. And the order of these letters don't fully make sense. So let's try to play this realistically. Let's see if there's something here, an anomaly. Like if we walk by something, I'm fine with collecting them, but I'm gonna play this from the perspective of we're gonna just try to see through the story.
How many of you are there?
We've got some bleeding over that. No. I must have already collected that anomaly, but there's still 5. And the controller vibrating still is a huge issue. Seems like we're in an area that we haven't walked through before. Maybe that's just my path taking choices led me in that direction. There is something very annoying though with the fact that I'm cutting off a lot of dialogue when I want to talk. It feels like if you were playing a platforming game and every time you jumped you took damage. It's so anti-fun. Not really a better way to describe it. It's just not logical to punish the player when they interact with your art in the thing you designed. It doesn't seem like we're going to run into too much of a conversation.
Hey, why aren't you at the tower?
This one got a little antsy.
Weird stuff was playing on the radio. That voice said I had a mother's laugh. What does that even mean?
Anyways, are we happy?
We are happy. We got a new radio that's supposed to open doors and gates in some magical way.
Oh, thank God. was getting nervous that you would have walked all that way and then not found anything. Seeing as how it was my advice to do the whole thing, but it worked out, so great.
How have you two been? What am I working with here? How much leering am I gonna have to put up with?
No, I'm glad we can leave, let's put it that way.
Yeah, don't even tiptoe in the vicinity of a joke right now. I just want to get out of here.
Well,
So these
if
two
the
are
radio's
too
the thing-
It doesn't matter
kind of
without
upset.
Clarissa. Do I really have to point out that she's not here?
Oh, yeah, that's true, I suppose.
Yeah, should we maybe look for her, possibly? Even if the boat plan works, we shouldn't leave her here.
Listen, if we have the key, which
Like-
is apparently this radio, then let's just go to the house and see. And if it looks like we can leave that way, then we'll go on a Clarissa hunt.
All right.
I think you're supposed to use
So
radio
the
to
story
tune into
is
the gate,
pretty
right,
much
Alex?
pushing us in a single direction.
So are you gonna try the gate thing, or...
Do we do it now?
If we're still gonna go to the house, let's just do it. Try the radio, Alex.
So is it going to be 140.1 always for now, or do we have to figure out some other code? Like, what does the gate
I
say?
guess the radio will open this somehow?
Hopefully. Give it a whirl.
It really isn't giving me an actual frequency, so I guess we'll just see here. Wave-oriented lock or wall system kind of implies to me almost like a synchronization with an FM frequency modulation instead of amplitude modulation, which is AM, and AM's good for short wave signals. So really, if you were going to do this, you probably would do an AM scheme, not an FM frequency. The thing that we do now is we have frequency hopping schematics for things like Bluetooth, and I don't think Wi-Fi has quite gotten into that yet, but the general idea is to hop from one frequency to another if there's noise on that frequency, so that you can get better signals and have a more difficult time being snooped on. Okay, I got a 56.
Cool.
Wow.
Neat.
Interesting. That worked
Please
just
have a boat. Please have
without
a boat.
any
Please
kind
have
of
a boat.
hint.
Just think happy thoughts.
Yeah, happy thoughts.
The camera is zooming out way too much for this stuff. There's really no reason why the camera wouldn't have been able to zoom in more to show the animation. It really just goes to show the animation of the 3D models are not very good. Seems very wasteful to put your budget to making background art and not have a bigger emphasis on more important things. Like the mountains and trees in the background are barely even drawn, but why bother drawing them at all
Jesus, that house is huge.
when you can't
That lady really
see
knew how to live.
any
It's
of the
like,
characters at all?
Chateau de Adler.
There is something up with her. She has
Yep.
this giant house. She's burying like secret
I'm
messages
pushing
all
my
over the
brother
place.
forward
I mean,
again.
this is crazy.
Yeah, and we can leave it to Scrappy Doo or whoever to figure it out.
What's a Scrappy do?
Okay.
Yeah, but we could figure it out. Aren't you the least bit curious?
There's not gonna be a sunken pirate ship at the end of this, Alex. It's just a wrecked submarine.
Yeah, and if you're really so anxious, you can come back on your own time. I just want to get home.
There's something wrong with my stepbrother. Him being a pyromaniac, him being thrown in jail, none of that explains the fact that he does not seem to know Scrappy-Doo, Scooby-Doo, or Little House on the Prairie. He seems obviously from either a different alternate reality or a different timeline, completely. And even if you didn't know Scrappy-Doo from the Scooby-Doo series, which, okay, that's believable, you would probably be able to get generally that it has something to do with Scooby-Doo. And certainly you could say that maybe these kids are a little bit too young for knowing this old house, not this old house, Little House on the Prairie. I mean, certainly you might not have ever heard of that.
Oh, it's like a boat that needs keys. There are no oars.
And before we go crazy, it wasn't with Maggie's stuff back at the office, like with the radio?
No, we looked through all of her stuff, I think.
Huh. Well,
What's plan B if we can't find it?
A phone
Okay,
inside.
Well, I mean, if the boat plan doesn't work, there's still a big house, like, right there, and it probably has a phone. We can just call somebody to pick us up.
That's as good a guess as any.
Although it seems like any kind of communication whatsoever, any communication device does seem to do this. I'm a little surprised that the game doesn't have
Sometimes when
this
I lock
ability.
myself out of my house, I can't help but just stare at the deadbolt, trying to, like, hypnotize it to
Double
open or
check to make sure
something.
that people aren't
You ever do that?
hallucinating that the keys are missing.
Not really, but we can try that now if you think it'll help.
What I want to do is make sure if there's another note here. But it feels like there should be a secondary frequency for the other anomalies, although I guess maybe it doesn't matter since those are all around rocks anyways. We're running into a scenario where a lot of characters are getting to a point and just kind of staying at that point. I don't know if all four of these guys are going to really follow us the whole time.
It's a radio lock. The woman sure did love her antiquated security.
Yeah, this doesn't feel really like actual gameplay though, because it's really just moving the right stick slowly to the left. It's worse than the Skyrim lockpicking.
that is a nifty gizmo.
Yeah, this is less fun than the Skyrim lockpicking mechanism.
Clarissa,
God, you
Jesus.
scared me. Thought you were like Maggie Adler's dead body or something.
How would that make sense?
I don't know. I'm
See,
in like a
Clarissa's just
heightened
gonna
state
just
right
keep
now.
coming up,
Are you
and
okay,
I don't
Clarissa?
see a reason
feel
to
like I've
keep
aged
saying
10 years,
she's
but
dead or
For the time being,
she's
let's go with
creepy or
fine.
whatever. Let's
You
just
look
not
sprightly as ever.
antagonize her.
What is that supposed to mean?
Look, Clarissa's here, so everyone's here now. We can just... Everyone's okay, alright? That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
let's just find
Who-
the keys to the
who-
boat or a phone.
who did he
or
just
whatever,
get
and find a
affinity
way
for?
home. I promise. We can all keep talking and or fighting at school on Monday.
Yes, perfect.
Everybody find something and hope that it helps.
Like, apparently, Jonas just... Oh, I've been calling him Lucas. I can't even remember his own name.
How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Let's see.
Look, Jonas, are we, like, okay? I mean, because of the whole taking not you to town thing.
I'm not gonna pretend it didn't bother me a little, but it'd be stupid to like... Tonight has been bad enough. I'm not gonna crab about that. I mean, are you like mad at me or something?
No, I want to be okay with you. If we keep at each other's throats, I don't know if I'll be able to make it through the night.
Me neither. So let's just not be at each other's throats anymore. There. See? Easy.
Okay. All of a sudden, there's people down below that just entered the basement.
It's been disconnected. Bummer.
I feel like, well, even though I've been trying kind of hard to create a good relationship with Jonas, there is some weirdness, certainly with the over concern of them having of her and Jonas having a good relationship. And the screen is waving back and forth. This is an interesting, almost film-like artistic style that they're putting here, but it could also lead to motion sickness, and it's an interesting little twist. I'm not sure it adds much.
Oh, it's a draft of her letter that she left in the office. To whom it should concern. She left notes everywhere, she said. Hidden with secret signals.
She was an odd one, I'll give her that. But, you know, cool in a way.
Maybe she was up to something. You ever think of that? I mean, she's wrapped up in this thing somehow.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but also things don't have to make sense. Sometimes stuff just happens, and that's the end of it.
Jeez, that sentence alone could be the entirety of the ending of this game. Is they'll just say, stuff happens and it doesn't matter. There's a mirror down on the first floor. It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be surprising if it turns out that Adler
Wait, have you seen
is
this? It's like a star map.
his
A
mother,
diagram
his
of
biological
planets or
mother.
something.
Yeah, why would she need anything like a map of the universe? I mean, it's not like she's bouncing stuff off satellites for a job. Or maybe they were back then, what do I know?
Yeah, I don't even know what to respond there.
Oh, that's an attic? Thought it was like a cat's toy or something.
Wanna come up?
Yeah, sure.
So here's a chest. I thought that was just going to be a light switch.
The chest is padlocked. Needs a combination.
Mrs. Adler was either paranoid beyond belief or just a very tidy woman.
Well, she buried information in sonically camouflaged containers, Jonas. My guess is paranoid.
So is this another thing that opens by frequency? Seems like everything that opens by frequency is in like the 80s. They probably worked somewhat hard to make sure you win over the red herring channels quite often, while trying to get to the right frequencies. That way you would have more intrigue and interaction with the red herring signals. Yeah, this time it doesn't seem like it actually is in the 80s, though. And I'm still kind of hating that the subtitles don't work. At the very least, they could say radio noise or unintelligible talking. It is somewhere around 89. Somewhere between 89 and 91. It's weird to have the background music. I think probably they should just take all the background music out when we use the radio. You just have a lot of things here. A lot of red herring. So that's not it. Or at least whatever it is. Whatever the padlock code is. They said padlock. Padlock does tend to imply that it is not a sonic lock. And they are kind of showing a symbol above the doors that sonically open. Now, I've gotten 2 incidences from the mirror version of myself, and I don't even remember what it is. I remember the first one was let Jonas talk to his mother, and then the other one had something as far as Michael. And And then here we have a mirror that's not doing anything.
Man, she owned enough books. It's mostly math, I think. Ergodic thermodynamics. And religion. Sheesh, there's a
Okay,
lot
we
of...
get it. She liked the smell of paper. Fascinating insight. We'll all miss her dearly.
Where is Clarissa? She's like not even in this scene, is she? And she's talking to me. Like, where are you, Clarissa? See, is that a glitch in the game, or is that just straight up more creepiness and weirdness? She's not sitting on this chair. She's not sitting on this other chair. This looks like a TV or a table. So where is she?
Put some clothes on. Remember that guy? Where are your parents? Your kid's better than...
Oh, Chad's lake house.
Yeah, that guy was
So
a freaking
they're
weirdo.
just over this way.
Yeah.
Interesting. So can we go and talk to him? Let's ask Clarissa if she's feeling alright. If this is the version of her we really...
Clarissa?
Your Highness.
I don't even want to talk to her. If
Hey,
I'm just
Nana.
gonna start a fight.
Hey.
How's it going?
Steady as she goes.
I kind of hate stories like this when it's written that you just cannot really even maintain a moderate, friendly demeanor between the characters in such an extreme time and events. Sure, I can see people snapping and breaking down, but almost certainly in these cases when there is a story like this, there's someone like Clarissa that's already mad at you before the craziness has even started. So here we have a projector. And
Ren, you were right. There's like a ledger here. The Adler family does own the island.
Never doubt me.
And here's the combination for the... There's a padlocked chest in the attic upstairs. 29, 18, 54.
Cool.
over here we have a
She
reel.
made a lot of... What should I call these? Slides? They're not videos.
Silent memories?
So we can't pick up the reel. I feel like the projector probably will tell us something, though. It's kind of hard to
Find
talk to
anything
Rin
Useful?
if...
Not yet. But you know, the night is young.
How are you feeling? Like, physically? Everyone kind of looks like they have the flu.
What do you care how I'm feeling? Like, seriously, why didn't you let me go with you to Main Street? Did I do something that bad?
Let's see.
Well, you were being a total goober. What do you want me to say? I mean, a second brownie. You know that was dumb.
And what did it affect? Nothing. I don't even know why I'm arguing with you. Just forget I said anything. Go about your business.
Yep. I don't know if this relationship's gonna improve at all. And I don't know how much browbeating this guy to not get high a second time in the middle of a spooky thing. See, I would have think that anybody who's thinking about doing drugs or has done drugs probably would go, "Hey, I'm experiencing something right now that feels like a bad trip. Let's not double down on that and make the trip last longer."
There's something in here.
Just looks like vacation slides or something.
Yeah. Interesting. So we can't turn on the projector right now. And I don't see the point of having the basement have a separate door, making us walk around. Some of these clearly are ideas of the world changing when we walk in different directions and the camera's shifting, but a lot of this is...
Doing okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah?
We're going home soon, so...
Yeah, that's true.
See, that phrase might be something that's being said by the ghosts and aliens. Yeah, a lot of this walking is really just wasting people's time. That's all it is. It's just Just like the Double Fine game, The Cave. It's just, why don't we make this last longer? Here we have some pictures that I could roughly guess means there's a sister, like, or a friend character that is important. It's a little weird that you have to transition when you can just walk up every other area.
29, 18.
See, even when the camera zooms in, it's
54.
barely zooming
It's a
in.
lot of radios and those containers we saw at the town office. Oh, and like a map of the caverns. She's written here, tune into the source.
What do you think that means? She couldn't have known about the ghosts, right?
Let's see.
Tune into the source. It's probably something about the special radios, you know?
Huh. Is this... Ah, the boat keys. Got 'em.
Let's blow this pop stand.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got that. Popsicle stand. It does make sense.
Who said
right,
that
we got keys
before?
for the
Did
boat.
somebody say that?
Where?
Jonas found them in a chest upstairs. So, say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was just saying it. It's not directed at you or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just get out of here. And if this is how the game ends, and there's just no more weirdness and no more creepiness, that'd be great. But I'd almost certainly assume that the Groundhog Day event here is we're gonna follow some rules.
Oh, Alex. Come down here, please.
We have something we want to show you.
Clarissa, what's going on?
You're confused, aren't you? Well, you should be. How does it go? Things are different, except in a different way. Just come downstairs so we can get started.
Seems like everybody is dead. Maybe, what if we just didn't listen to her?
Here comes a candle to light you to bed.
Here comes the sword to chop off your head.
So every time we hallucinate, we see Clarissa as the antagonist.
We'll be waiting right here for you to strike up the nerve.
But honestly, I don't know if that really means that she is the antagonist, or if that's just my perception because I'm hallucinating.
Ren, come on, we got a boat to catch, buddy.
And see, does feel like it's just kind of a dream or hallucination.
Nona, can you hear me?
And we've seen a lot of people asleep or dead looking.
Ah, there you are. Now we imagine you're a bit confused. But don't fret. This will be the final part of your training, Alex.
All training is supervised by very skilled instructors.
Thank you, Radio.
Why are you doing this? I thought you guys were stuck here, or that this wasn't...
You signed up for this, Alexandra. In the caverns, you tuned in to our signal. So
Weird.
please, I cannot bear your excuses, offspring. You walked in here with clear eyes.
How was I meant to know what the hell was gonna happen?
And yet, without understanding your footing, you still acted. But don't worry. The test is easy. We will speak of something we see in the house, and you will go and find it. See? As simple and good-humored as your mother's apple pie.
What is it with you guys and all the games? You're like dogs or children. Just what is the point?
The point, dear, the point is that they were never games, and you can figure that out by your lonesome. Now, let's start with the softball. I spy, with my little eye, radiation.
There is, of course, a time limit here.
So,
10,
9, 8,
Radiation.
6.
Is it... Are you talking about the TV?
Very good.
well done.
The older models
Emitted X-rays.
But right now, you'd be wise to think of radiation.
In another sense. Pay attention.
What are you even talking about?
I spy.
With my little eye, a notch. Let's make this a little harder, okay?
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
I'm not.
3.
2,
I can't get upward.
Alexandra, what a disappointment you've turned out to be.
I couldn't go up.
Jonas, come on, snap out of it.
Oh, your new brother. Gone to first light.
Where is he? Where'd you take him?
Don't you mind? But let this be a teachable moment for you. It's time for the bonus round, Alex, so stay quick.
this is one you'll really want.
To find. I spy with my little eye a picture of a memory. Be fast now.
The picture of, I guess it's Maggie, Adler, and somebody. Is this it?
Yes,
Very nice.
that's Margaret Adler and her friend Anna.
Hmm.
See, you and your schoolyard chums are experiencing, well, this has sort of happened before. Maggie and Anna tried to sport with us many years ago, and, well, only one survived. And in the process, we discovered a way for us to return.
So to speak.
Just takes a little time.
And far-reaching tolerance for the ignorant.
Okay, if I help you, will you stop whatever it is that you're doing with my friends?
Well,
There's the rub. They're not of eternal recurrence.
the waves. It's the waves, we think. And we will use those waves to
Absorb into your friends,
as sunlight blooms into flowers.
and we will grow, and we will engulf.
Wait, what happens to them after you're
They're coming off as completely evil and stupid.
We swap, you see, of essences, I guess you could call them. We tried it too quickly with Anna, but now we know to wait and soak.
We had to keep you here, on the island. And it will be a great honor, Alex,
Really, to carry us through this life.
and on to the next.
Please just don't do this. We're not
Sad, I know, to lose the facility to feel, to be, but we have not felt anything for a very long time, and we'll do whatever.
I feel like if I got her in front of the mirror, it might hurt her.
Our vessel dashed on the rocks. We had until dawn, and so will you. We would spend our time wisely, and we thank you for your good service.
Well, that could have gone better.
So, yeah. I feel like there's still gonna be some other element. Like, and now we've got 3 tape players, potentially representing 3 people. And I feel like I should just go backwards to try and counter the waves. But I'm not sure it really matters if I go forwards or backwards. We've heard Anna mentioned before as a character. But wasn't Anna the... Oh, here's us.
Tell Michael he should go to school here. Okay, seriously, who are you?
So now we've got a third thing. Tell Michael he should go to school here. I don't know why Michael would particularly listen to his sister that much, but okay. Maybe they have a very trusting relationship.
So we
Or
can go on. I think I'm gonna be sick.
Me first.
It wasn't a dream or a vision or something. You and Clarissa standing in the living room just now, was it?
Ugh.
No. But I wish it was a dream. Usually there's a lot more talking horses.
Oh, and by the way, next time, put some actual effort into the game, pretty please. It felt like someone was shoving spiders down my throat.
She, tried, kinda.
I'm sorry, alright? I tried my best. I mean, when things are jumping all around, it's tough to even know what she was talking about.
So, I mean, Christ. If Clarissa was whisked away to the cave by nuclear submarine monsters, then... I mean, the plan has to be to retrieve her, right?
I'm still going to call them ghosts, if that's okay.
A ghost is
No,
a...
completely that's the plan. Of course it is. Clarissa is not going to be the human sponge for some evil island ghosts. Not on my watch.
Well, if we're going to the cave... Oh, actually, I forgot. I saw the entrance has been caved in since you guys went inside.
All right, I know there are a whole bunch of secret communist
I guess
spies here
maybe
in
we were
tunnels dug into
supposed
this
to
place
have
during the 1950s.
walked in
And
front of the
Maggie
cave and
has
seen
loads of
that,
film about
and we
military
didn't even
stuff in
see
her
it.
basement, So
Maybe there's a way back into the cave through one of those you're thinking?
Let's take a look.
What kind of name is Epiphany Fields anyway? Wait, is it Epiphany?
it's
It's Epiphany Field.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Again, weird writing. Like, we have this childlike conversations in the middle of being fully revealed as having our entire existence threatened. Like, you'd think that these kids would take this more seriously. Yeah. I don't know if there's really even much of a reason to try and get the rest of the letters. I think we'll probably end up going everywhere though and getting them anyways. We are now kind of rudderless as far as the map is concerned, and there's still 5 anomalies. There's, I guess, maybe an idea that maybe I could have brought in the radio and tried to attack Clarissa or the ghost in Clarissa, but I don't know if that would have worked. It does seem like there's probably 2 forces going on here. Some kind of time loop that caught a previous generation of kids in a different dimension, and then they've been driven crazy, and now they're trying to steal the bodies of this current generation. And then it does kind of feel like if we pull off a correction to the timeline, possibly hundreds of years in the past, will stop the first event from occurring. And we may not really get any much more of an explanation as to why this is happening other than the experimental nuclear submarine, and maybe that interacting with the caves, and maybe that interacting with some kind of ghost. I guess we're calling them ghosts at this point. There's been no talk of aliens. I would say interdimensional aliens strikes me as a better descriptor, but we'll go with ghosts. And that was pretty much the second game we've played now, and twice now we've failed, and it doesn't seem like there's much of a penalty for failing. It'll be interesting to see if there's any achievements around this, but I definitely wouldn't want to play this game a second time through just to get achievements, and a second time through might feel like the 4th or 5th time through, because I wouldn't be surprised if there is a point where everything just resets and we have different options and different lines of dialogue to say from the very beginning of the game, and we can change quite a lot. It would be rather ingenious if the solution to this puzzle is something along the lines of a 12 action combination lock, where we had to run through all the events of the beginning of the game and do 12 different things that seem just innocuous, and then they somehow synergize into a combination of a series of events that solve the puzzle. But I don't see enough writing in this game to even begin to imply that would be the case at all. Most video games aren't like that. If there are 7 keys to unlock a gate, they pretty much tell you at the beginning that there are 7 keys to unlock a gate. Very rarely is it the opposite scenario. I'm thinking something like the terrible Wishmaster movie, Wishmaster 1, where the entire movie is undone because the main character can think of some magic wish to wish for that gets granted and does all the events of the movie. I don't know how much more horror elements also we're going to run into, because now that it's no longer in the realm of questionable and we just kind of know that these people are bad, at least the ghosts are, then there's only that response and less uncertainty now, unless it turns out that the voices coming through the radio and the triangles are not the same people that are taking control of Clarissa, which might be the case, and then that might be a different faction. I don't know how that really helps anything though. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.